gonna
First
be an
map is
interesting one.
Ascent. I'm very
Yeah, it's gonna be
excited.
interesting. I'm glad to be here.
I'm
We've
also
both got
glad.
some histories with these players. You played on teams with some of them, going into 80
Yep,
select year. I've
I have indeed.
Oh, someone's tracker coming up there. You played on a team with Taco, right, as well?
No, I've
You played with Shadow.
with Shadow, and then I was in a invitational tournament with Dunrocks. That was actually hers and mine. Our first ever proper get-go into the scene.
Okay.
So it's always nice seeing where she's come, where I've come. It's a nice story I like telling people. So we call each other Teamy. It's a lot of
cool.
fun. Yeah.
Okay, cool. It's interesting. I'm sad to see Carl isn't playing because I obviously played on a team with Carl, Two-Face, and Bobo during the earlier days of Soxa. And then I moved on. I'm always glad to see they're doing really well. Obviously, seeing the brother duo of Cynics and Frosty coming in here, they've done phenomenal things as complementary players. Frosty picking up that chamber, sort of a replacement for the way Carl played. Two-Face's change to Initiator from early days of being a duelist has been really cool to see. I've always seen Shadow play. He played for some of the earlier, more dominant teams, and players like She-Wolf and Dunrocks have kind of become staples in this.
Yeah, they really have, especially from being on 80k FE and now Dunrocks becoming captain of RADX with, I want to say, a pretty strong lineup. Like, we've got the likes of Taco, Shadow, She-Wolf on her side. I haven't seen much of Marky. I believe he is new to the scene. Just correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm very excited to see this new RADX team.
I'm glad to see some of these teams step it up. What do you think of the lineups coming into here? The Brimstone versus the Omen debate. I'm always an Omen fan on this map. Earlier days,
I'm also a big Omen fan,
but that's because I sucked at Omen personally. Killjoy versus the Chamber. It obviously depends on team style, and we're seeing a KO on one time versus a Sova. Obviously, Rob's been playing a lot of that Sova, but there's a double initiated difference here with the Breach Sova versus the KO Sova. Obviously the KO being able to deny that Sova utility, but I wonder how it's going to play out.
Yeah, I'm actually quite surprised that Soxup chose Breach and not KO. For me personally, I feel like KO's Uto is just so strong on this map, and Breach I see more as a player for Pearl, Fracture, a lot bigger maps, not these close contact maps. Was quite interesting for me, but again, I've seen so many people use Breach, and it's absolutely phenomenal on this map. I just personally prefer a KO.
I think it comes down to the way Sam plays, or Two-Face plays. He's been a pretty dominant Breach since he switched over.
Yeah.
Usage of flashes, especially after being that duelist player that was always in first. He knows where to put them, and it really helps his team out. And he knows where that utility should go to snuff out the rats in the corners and whatever going about. So I think it's more of a comfort thing that they've played with this roster, with this Breach for so long that they know how to work the utility. I expect a lot of dominant cat presence out of Soxup, especially in attack. They really like forcing the catwalk play, and it really works out for them.
Very, very true.
You're going to see this default spread out for pistol. I want to see where this chamber goes and how its utility is placed. I also want to see how this Killjoy sets up. Is the Killjoy going to be going with the team or for the lurk? Obvious. We're seeing everyone's skins come out. Skins of choice. What do you think are the best knives so far on the teams? Obviously, Cynics with that Champions Karambit, my personal favorite. And Frosty rocking the fans. The only two knives I own.
Let me be honest, Marky's busy rocking the default. I kind of like it. He's being different. I like it a lot.
We see the Chamber util go out to mid as standard. I think he's going to play towards Catwalk here. Yes. Okay, so the Breach and the Chamber are going to play a lot together. We're going to see this flash and pop go. We see double mid control smokes going down. It looks like an ace split.
RADX are trying to push hard.
She-Wolf is taking the brunt of this aggression. Goes down. Two-Face taking damage. Falling back. We're seeing all socks up here on the board right now. Cynic's getting another sneaky kill here. Walking up mid. Now all the concentration is towards A main. Raze is pushing through the smoke. She's out on site and down by Frosty. Soxup is playing super aggressive here. Cynic has the flank. Now it's 1 versus 5. And Taco falls. To Cynic's 3k on the lurk through mid. Now Soxup's mid. Yeah, Socks Up is going to be dominant through the mid here, with this Omen being able to refresh his smokes and teleport through different scenarios. Not a lot of flank watch because that Killjoy radius is kind of not as good as it used to be. So you'll see Cynics floating around, walking past people, and so we're seeing to be a tech here. It was a mistake to pause. It was a mistake to pause. Okay. So we're seeing the buy-in from Socks Up. 3 Spectres, Guardian, and a Bulldog. That Bulldog on Cynics is full armor, making it way more lethal. And full utility. He's got everything in his handbag going for him now. Seeing a lot of mid pressure here. They're gonna find him. Two-Face popping through the smoke, finding nothing but bullets going his way. And now we're seeing a huge market push. They are collapsing, finding gun rocks. The breach zone's slowing them down. They're already across back into spawn. They don't have smokes to cross them. But the trades are coming out, and Socks Up takes the win. They keep this Guardian and the Bulldog going into next round. I think this could be a buy-in situation.
I believe so. I feel like RADX is just playing a bit too aggressive. They're focusing just one side, not planning on trying to get picks and then trying to figure out where they want to go. Their mindset, we're going mid straight to B or straight to A, and I just feel like they need to step back a bit, realize who they're versing, try and get those picks, and then decide where they want to go and plant. Including the breach by Two-Face, it's just impossible for them to even hold mid for a couple seconds.
They're putting these smokes down, but remember, smokes aren't walls. They're just walking straight through them.
Very,
With
very
that flash
true.
out of Catwalk, that mid is unattainable for them. They need to play the sides. Looks like what they're doing now. Mid Valorant, they're trying to play the sides, go for all, just find a bit of presence somewhere else. And now Socks Up is responding by taking this heavy mid and leaving completely empty. Obviously, Two-Face is sitting here on Catwalk holding his own, looking towards that A main bush that might come through, but Killjoy and Brimstone have worked up the other side of the map. Cynics has got an opening here. He finds one and takes one down to half. Now they know that there's a spike top mid. And Rabobo's returned to spawn to jiggle this angle on B main. He might be walking stairs here. He's walking all the way towards Boathouse. Now the drone comes in. Seeing Socks Up collapse on this already. Frosty's down mid, and he's down. They got the pick back onto tiles. Two-Face has almost all his utilities still to repel this. And you're gonna see it come in here. With Bobo on the swing. They're keeping them honest here. Yeti coming through that smoke, and he's got all the time in the world to make these plays happen. 1 versus 1. Marky's down to 30 HP. Knows that he stays.
Great
Gets the
round.
kill. That was brilliant.
Much better from RADX. I really enjoyed that round a lot more. You see, we just spoke about it. The buddy system.
Buddy system.
One
yes.
dies and then they get the kill. It's like they can hear us.
They traded correctly. They moved in. Obviously, 1v1s is not good for the team who's lower on economy. But if you're down, one versus one wins are exactly what you need to get the team back in action. Now they've got 2 ults online still after using that breach ult. I mean Brim ult. But the Brim still picked up 2 after that ult. Even the ult's not too far away. They're leaning heavy B, leaving this KO all alone, which is something I disagree with. Now, he seems to push up on B main, and he's taken right out. Spam isn't quite converting the way they wanted to either. This Catwalk presence is now also getting denied. RADX has looked like they've flipped a switch here.
They have indeed. I'm excited to see what Cynics can do here on Cat.
Do they know he's here?
Does he know?
They
Ooh.
do. 2 versus 5. This is looking favorable for RADX. They look like they figured a little thing out. Will Socks Up adjust and tack now? It's still not over.
Good pick
4v2.
by Yeti.
Remember
They managed to get plant down.
Molly's on the bomb. Odin coming out, getting the kill. Defense dot is up. Now we're seeing them play passive for these mollies. It is the smart decision. You got the other molly out. that's a good trade out by RADX. They're playing correctly, they're playing together, they're trading the kills that they need to. They're honestly doing really good work here. I'm impressed by the adaptation.
I'm also very impressed. They're playing much better. I feel like they just needed the first 3 rounds to get used to Socks Up's style, and now they're adjusting to it.
Now look at the adaptation from Socks Up. They're moving the Sova over to A side, and Breach is moving back B. I wonder what type of aggression they might go for a jet play here. I think Cynics is going to try to take a more risky fight with this AWP now. See that flash coming through to tiles there on the map. But they're leading heavy B again, and they're sussing it down on A side. Frosty Yeti is so far up on this jet. He might find this. And look at that discipline going right back. Robobo looking with his ult, finding nothing right now. Yeti's got this position all the way up, almost to their spawn, and Frosty's sitting holding tiles. They are boxed in completely to B. And now we're seeing this player lean, and they completely know. Killjoy ult coming out. Since the Sova ult's been used, they can't really stop this. Two-Face is going to try to delay them with this ult. He pushed them back in, so he can play backside. And now these players are going to spam across. Shock darts coming out, doing chip damage here. But these smokes are brimstone smokes, they don't last forever, they're down. And this
planning a rotate.
Yeti gets taken up on the back, and now there's full rotation coming across here. Frosty finding a really good kill in there. Can't find the second, but lots of damage being done here. Robobo already on A side here finding this kill. And now it's Taco versus the world. 30 HP, at least grabs the ulti orb to get his ult back. Defenders win the round. Look at these adjustments being made. Robobo hunting that kill. We're seeing a bit of tactical adjustment. We saw that RADX find that adjustment to give them a little bit of an edge, and now Socks Up took that right back from them. With the bounce back and the way the economy is going, RADX off well. They're looking like a South African economy. Right here.
Very true.
Socks Up looking good. Jet still got those knives, but they're not going to put it to use right now. They got the AWP in, they got the Odin in, they've got money to spare. Especially with this Chamber and Jet ult online. Now they're taking some cat aggression here, while RADX takes A main. This means there's more responders towards A side. Look at this, they've got the Sova here. They've got everything left to spam. They're playing this retake almost perfectly.
Shadow getting a little aggressive.
These wallbangs coming in from the Sova, these like reveals are brilliant. And these shots by Cynics are even better. 4k for him on the round.
Wow, Cynics has been absolutely huge this game so far. That's what, 3Ks and now the 4K? Wow.
2 3Ks and a 4K and a few kills here and there. It's been brilliant.
Very
12
great.
and 4. Omen ult up. They've got all the ults to work with, all the eco. This game looks like it's already, at least this defender side already looks decided.
Yeah,
now,
very true.
More adjustments can come through. We could see like an 8-4 scenario in which this map is defensive favored, but I know Socks Up's attack side on this map, and that heavy cat control, I want to see the response to that. It could be interesting.
Yeah, I'm very excited. As we've said, RADX is a brand new team, and 6-2 against Socks Up? It's not too bad right now.
On a Socks Up Look at this push up already. Socks Up into B main. Super disrespectful, but also really well timed. They're trying to break the momentum they're trying to find back. But they're finding it. RADX playing brilliantly there through the flashbangs. Wow. It's now 5 versus 2. Nothing lost on RADX's side. Brilliant by Dunrock.
Okay.
And now it's Frosty against the world. I've seen Chambers do a lot of things, but this is going to be very tough for him. Finds the
that's
first.
one.
He might just go for the save here, even though the econ's good. Robobo still can't buy in next round. Might go for some damage and then for the save. But KO behind him executes him Gulag style back of the head.
Alright, I'm really enjoying this game. I wasn't expecting it to be... Some might say this isn't close, but for RADX being a new team, and I believe this is their first time versing Socks Up, they are doing extremely well.
This is very impressive. Now the Jet Ult and Chamber Ult are going to come out here to balance out this eco. They're going to drop Robobo, this Odin. Sova on the Odin on Ascent, standard. Now Chamber's going to take an aggressive peek here. I don't know what he's going to find coming in here, but I think it's beneficial for this Chamber to take these aggressive angles. Socks Up has taken full mid control as well. Cynics is down in tiles, his new home. Now Socks Up is looking for it.
Frosty gets one.
Frosty getting that pick.
And that's a very important pick too, it's their controller.
Yeah. Both controllers are out of the game right now. Now more aim duels will be taken. The lurker fountain spawn again. They're starting to expect this. With the constant push-ups, it's just become second nature to check. Now they're faking the rotation, but Two-Face is A main. They don't know this, so wait, Socks Up is falling for this bait. Oh, they're spreading out to check mid still. It makes sense, but being able to spot this mid because Two-Face is now expecting them to come here, but they're not. So it's causing agitation, causing these rotations. Really good play from RADX here. Now the Kerrick ult comes out, and now Frosty has no gun. It's an all-out really good play by them. Have no controller, they can still take the Titan free. And also by Socks Up to just hang back here. Shadow sitting in spawn waiting for that, that crossover. Another knife comes out, taking away that ult from Frosty again. Now KJ is setting up backside, and we've got one in B main. We'll see how this retake happens, if it happens. Shadow being first contact here, Revolver gets him. We're seeing Revolver drone now. Super vulnerable to a wallbang, so I'm surprised he sits here. Taco getting a kill back. 3v2. This is doable for both sides here. Flash coming out.
Gets one.
Now does this Odin go for this? Taco coming huge from that backside squad.
Very, very, very good round by RADX.
And now this also brings up the Sova ult. Those kills were needed for him to bring up that ult. Now they're in a much better spot.
RADX played that very well. They faked the rotate. They stayed by B. They knew that there had to be a chamber. What did they do? Hey guys, I've got a KO ult. We can just say goodbye to chamber. He won't be an issue for us this round.
It's brilliant. They're taking info away, which is really important against a single info gathering initiator. Other disband coming through from the server, taking away his armor. And now we see this A-lean. Drone on the other side of the map going through B main. Spotting out Dunrongs, but they know that's their lurker. This posturing seems to know that they're going towards A main, but they're not quite ready to commit. I want to see how this hold goes, because this breach can do so much. It can do so much damage, and they've of course only got brimstones, so that's limited smokes coming out. That's one of their limited smokes. Now they're down. Frosty takes the shot but doesn't find it. They're crossing over to the same. Frosty finding a kill through that smoke. Breach still here, sitting here, gets the full stun. And now there's only one A main being watched by Yeti here. Yeti getting the kill into Shadow. Sitting back, Jenny getting another before getting traded. Another spike's down. They're having to use these mollies and everything. She-Wolf is staying back. Do they know? Oh. They don't. They do. The unfortunate spray from the KO means that they're not finding anything. See, Socks Up knew that once they found that Killjoy that they were going to the other side of the map, but they didn't. They knew that they would commit to crossing mid because of how many they saw there. So they posted 2 in mid, and that breach can slow down Cow so well. It meant that no one was going there. And if they did, they had time to rotate. So now, as a response, we're seeing this heavy B lean because they've noticed that Sova's the only one playing towards B generally. It's an interesting response.
It really is. I just feel so bad for RADX. That round could have been theirs if Dunrock just didn't get upped by Frosty in mid.
Yeah. Now we're seeing 2 ultis for RADX and a mixed buy, which isn't bad per se. 2 bulldogs and 3 rifles can still do a lot of damage. They have already moved up towards B main. They're gonna get spotted by the dart. And the KJ neutral's coming up, but Bobova's just gonna spam it. Wait, is this ult coming through? Both ults coming through. We're seeing so much utility traded back and forth. Taka finding a kill on his teammate. Well, KO gets that side entry. This is really important. Now it's a 2v3. That Loco back in main was found, and now it's 2 versus 2. We're good. Both sides can win this. Both sides have a huge opportunity to flip this. Breach ult coming in. Backside. Breach takes down 1. And now the KO flash comes in and it's Bulldog versus 2.
Both switch to pistols.
One pistol is strong, not like the other. So it's gonna be pretty tough. Nice win by Frosty.
Very well played. 8-4.
Does he have time? He does.
I'm questioning why he's grabbing up if it was last round and a half.
Yeah, I'm questioning. Maybe a bit of miscommunication, but he still has time. Cool, 1 second.
Yeah, quick, easy. 8-4 after the first half. It's looking really good. Like you said, it is a defender-sided map. Going 8-4 into the half, it's really not bad.
Pretty good prediction skills. I must say. So 8-4 going in. Foxup isn't firing at full cylinders. They're doing pretty well. I think Cynics is playing phenomenally. Yeti has been doing well. Being caught on that lurk a little bit, but we're gonna see what their pistol is looking like. We might see a B lean, but I'm guessing it's something to do with mid, considering that where the chamber trap is and the type of util they have. We're not seeing any Jet Deagle shenanigans, so he's probably got a smoke and a dash. They might hit. They're either gonna hit B and the Jet's gonna dash boathouse, or they're gonna hit mid and the smokes are gonna go up. And since they have the omen, it's gonna refresh. See the drone coming out here. Jet popping a dash already. This is a quick B split. But 2 on B side is quite interesting. Jet already getting tagged through that smoke. Ooh, RADX for ready. 3 on the side already, spamming through the smoke.
Ooh, Frosty, okay.
Frosty coming back in here. I said he wasn't firing on all cylinders, and now he is getting head taken off by Shadow.
Yeah, the one thing I'm actually busy noticing from RADX compared to SocksUp is that SocksUp weren't afraid to push through smokes, where RADX do seem a little hesitant to push through smokes. Yeah, the one thing I'm actually busy noticing from RADX compared to SocksUp is that SocksUp weren't afraid to push through smokes,
they have
where
like
RADX...
economic control of this game. Even if they're on a lower buy this round, they have economic control. No doubt about it.
Very, very true.
We've got enough rifles. They've got the chamber orb. Chris is really good on Marshall, and the server's got a deagle to spam with. It really gonna come down to these coin flips. Now, considering the caliber of player SocksUp have, it's not really a coin flip to play one of these rounds. Really smart to have. Wow, RADX has gotten a pick here, first blood on the round. And they still got this jump spot going mid. Could see a lot. But it hasn't caught anything.
Flashbang.
feel like the issue with RADX's playstyle is that they just giving Socks Up mid control. They say, hey, you busy picking off too many of us, you can just have it.
I think it's not. I don't think it's a playstyle issue per se. I think it's they need to play more. They need to have more experience in these games. This is 2 years of experience for these players. Socks Up, and they're not slowing down anytime soon. Seeing Frosty getting stuck on the other side of the door here. Unfortunate. Cynics can go for this clutch. We've seen him work the magic all game. Now he's heard the iPad go off. Gets the pick. Still has his flash.
Beautiful
Cynics
flash.
with yet another clutch to win out these rounds. Last round, Stream missed it, but it was a 4 versus 2, which Cynics got all 4, winning that round, ending up in a 1 versus 3. Brilliant player.
Now it's a low buy for RADX. Oof.
See, Socks Up has all this money, even though they have bought every single round this half. Only losing that pistol. Their constant forcing has worked out for them in a way that you wouldn't be able to see just from the way pistols play. But RADX with 4 ults, low buy, can still do something here. They've still got that rocket, they've still got that breach ult, they've still got everything in their tool bag. Socks Up, sitting with this mid default, getting the pick onto B main. But now, are they going to send the Sova into mid? Yes, they are. And they're going to work up B main.
Oh, Taco's going for the weapon.
Frosty getting another pick here. And now I think they work B main. They know the Killjoy is not there because they haven't heard any of the units will go off. But do they suspect someone's backside is the question. They find it.
Do.
Two-Face finds the kill and now it's 5 versus 2. Socks Up's favor. Closing the door. Two-Face plays close door here. And they're hunting. They're looking for the last of these weapons.
Marky 1v5. Potential ace. Oh, 3 of them.
And he's down. 5 HP in a dream. Running for his life.
Here comes Yeti.
Rabobo trying to kill Yeti with the shots. Give him a chance, boys. The stun coming out now.
Oh, the knife
coming out from Cynics. That is gotta hurt the mental.
Match point.
Two-Face on the teabag. Now 12-5. Do we see a miraculous recovery? Or do you think this game is over at 13-5? They have 4 ults still going into this round.
Yeah, I was about to say, they've got all their ults, they've got full armor Vandal. It's still very winnable this round.
Yeah. This is the most winnable round we've seen this half after those first 2. And I want to see how they play it. Obviously their Killjoy ult is a bit stumped by the Sova ult that's in play. But if they pick off that Sova, they'll find it. Socks Up finding their pick on mid for free. Not giving any utility out for it.
And they've left Spike and Spawn. They're just going for kills this round. They want to get it over and done with.
They want the star points, my friend. Omen doesn't even fetch it with the ult. He TPs further towards them. Frosty now having to be the mailman and go fetch that spike. Cynics with another kill. He's just farming. Are we tracking stats for this tournament?
Shadow left.
Cynics with another 3k, maybe his 4th of the map.
26 for 9 from Cynics. Wow.
Not even 10 deaths. We saw a bit of revival there, and we saw a bit of fight back, but Socks Up turned it up on that attack off. See what I said about that cat control? They just couldn't contain it, and that's the big issue. That's why I think that breach is so strong for them. The way they play that cat control with the breach just stumps teams almost permanently.
Yeah, I was worried about the breach with the KO. I was like, doesn't make sense, but Two-Face proved me wrong. He was like, listen, let me show you why breach is good on this map. Let me just show you.
Breach is very strong in the right hand on pretty much every map.
But definitely, the match MVP has to go to Cynics.
Oh yeah, completely.
26 for 8. What was his average combat score? 363. Like, wow. He was just feeling himself this game, and
I feel like every time I've seen him, he's been feeling himself that game. This boy comes to frag, comes to play. Every single time I've seen him, he's done work. His Viper is something else. It is the most painful thing to be on the other end of, is his Viper. I will have to say. That and Carl on the chamber, it hurts every single time.
Even though it was a 13-5 defeat for RADX, I still feel like we can't shut them down. They are a new team and they played so well. Marky especially, I
was quite impressed by all of their players. Once they figured out that trading and buddying system that they need to get into, they pulled a lot more close rounds than I think SocksUp expected, and that's why you saw on the attack. SocksUp just locked in, and we're seeing a bind come out. I have to wonder if Ascent was RADX's pick, because bind has been a SocksUp map for a very long time. They have loved this map, they've worked this map to hell and gone. They have gone through so many iterations of the way they play it. When they didn't have an Astra, the Brimstone came out. Mango was obviously in the lineup then, and that Brimstone hurt everyone. I want to see what sort of iteration we're going to see from SocksUp's Bind this time, and if they can show off as much dominance as they did in the past. Honestly,
very true. And from the looks of it, it seems like RADX are bringing in a sub for the next game. It seems like Taco is out and Sekai is in.
Could be a load shedding issue.
It could be.
I want to say that I'm interested in seeing how Cynics plays this map. If he plays the Brimstone, if they play a Viper,
hey guys,
double controller slip.
Fish my girlfriend.
The fuck is going on in chat? Why are they talking about fetching a girlfriend? So, I think we can see some good things out of this RADX team in the future as they put in more practice, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like we said, they're a brand new team. I believe RADX actually only officially announced them today. So really? They're a brand new team and 13-5 against SocksUp.
Not a bad
Props
result.
to them. Well done.
I don't think we'll be getting that result anytime soon. SocksUp hurts. SocksUp is a painful team to play.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, how many years have they been a top 2 team now? 2 years?
Yeah, very, very long.
Even after consistent rebuilds of the roster, they have been a top 2 team. So it's always impressive to get rounds with them. The core of Two-Face and Robobo especially have been around since the start of Valorant, almost. So now we're going into Bind. Let's see how this runs. I want to see these agents. I want to see what we're going to see. We're still going to see this chamber. We're still seeing a KJ. We're seeing a Viper out of Sakai. Robo switching off of that Sova. Well, I love Raze and Brimstone together. This all comes down to what I think Cynics will play. I think he'll swing for the Brimstone considering how they play. But I wouldn't be surprised with the Viper, because he is such a phenomenal Viper player, and always has been.
From the looks of it, RADX might do a double controller. Yeah, there we go. It's locked in. Brimstone and Viper.
Interesting to see double controller, but using the Brim instead of the Astra. I still think if you're running double controller on this map, you should be playing as Astra.
Very, very true. Astra just brings a lot more.
If you've already got one controller, having the Astra just for a util bot, she plays like a pseudo sentinel, almost similar to Viper. Now you have 3 sentinels on this map, basically. That just locks your defense. I mean, it could make your attack a bit weaker, but I don't see how Brimstone makes your attack stronger with his lack of ability to rotate. So we are seeing the Brimstone have a by Cynics. That is pretty similar to what I thought we'd be playing. This is a pretty standard SocksUp comp. There used to be a Sova and there used to be a substitute of the Sova and the Sova and the Fade, and then the Chamber used to be substituted for Sage, and then the Breach was substituted for Sky at that stage. But very similar role choices, very similar utility usage, the way it plays, pretty aggressive attack, lackluster defense, but can be covered by individual play, and the Chamber does really well. Obviously, the combination of Breach, Fade, and Raze util together can be a bit of help. Throw in a Brimstone Molly, and that's a team wipe just by util. So I think you'll see a lot more team play with this. But it's a defense half carried by individual play, and the style of play has always been like that.
Where
on the other side, you see a lot more utility consideration with the KO plus the killjoy plus a raise plus a double controller setup. That is a very defensive-minded lineup, and I struggle to see why you choose attack if they were if they were picking them.
I'm busy looking at them, and I'm like, you guys are attack. I don't know. I feel like they're missing recon. They needed like a Fade or a Sova.
I think you sub out the KO for a Sova here, and it fits much better because then you still have your info finding. Even a Sky with her dog.
Yeah, definitely.
It finds you the info. They're lacking a way to find that info, and I think that might shoot them in the foot. Socks up utility dump is a big thing. I want to. I'm more curious about this RADX team on defense than I am attack.
Yeah,
it feels really hard to play this. If they figure it out and go, let's say 6-6, 5-7 on attack, I'd be highly impressed, considering the defensive nature of this map yet again.
Very true.
This map, Ascent is the most 50-50 map in the game, while being slightly defensive-sided. This map has been a consistent statistical defense-sided map. We've never seen it otherwise. We've seen Ascent flip-flop though. So, I want to see how they play this. The Chamber usually plays towards A with that weird TP thing. I'm not sure if you'll see Frosty do it as much, but there used to be a lot of this play both sides as Chamber, but like it doesn't commit correctly, I don't think. Two-Face appearing to be AFK at the start of the round.
I think he went for a little bathroom break and they thought he was here.
Interesting. We're seeing Yeti take this bathroom, take the showers control, but lose almost all of his health for it.
Ooh, Marky
Frosty being found here. Now the socks up rotate comes in.
Ooh, and
Yeti getting a kill through the smoke. Now, without a stage and your spike in showers, how do you plant here? By getting more kills, I suppose. Yeti coming in with these trades for being barely any health. Now we find ourselves in a 2 versus 3. I don't know which side this favors, considering the way they had to plant and how much utility they had to use getting onto the site. Robobo caught with his util out here a little bit. The right click just
get one.
The right click betraying him there. Two-Face coming in with the behind the back. Now they know he's in showers. They know where he is. 8 HP, can't do much. Robobo just plays time. And that's the round back to socks up in a 2 versus 3 situation. The utility usage you have to do to get your team out of showers, no sage, it just becomes horrible to play into because now you've expended all your utility. You've used your boom and now you have no boom for after plant. You've got nothing going for you. Socks up now get this really good buy-in, especially considering Two-Face started that round out with nothing, almost, considering he barely bought.
Very true, man was busy doing who knows what.
Food or something. Nah, knowing Two-Face, he was on TikTok or something. Man used to be TikTok mid-game. Now we see this RADX attack focused towards Cynics, and we know how much of a demon Cynics has been, but he's traded out instantly. Bulldog down. Two-Face finding a little bit of trouble with that kill. But we see the util come out, and it's a stall. It's instantly stalling them. Ooh. That switch over. Now we see the Viper walk up. Marky Farky with a brilliant kill onto the person teleport. Now we see all the util.
But do they know about Sakai here? They do!
They do! And that's the spike.
Marky 50 HP.
No util as well. Just got his knife back up. So that helps a bit. They're both jiggling to counter each other and they're both missing each other.
Picked up a Spectre. Does he know that he picked up a Spectre?
He does, but using he's low HP, so it will make more sense. They're just falling back and working with the spike. They've got this round. He has to come to them. It's impossible. They know where he is. Oh wait, he gets one.
Ooh.
He's slowly making this more possible as time goes on, but Frosty's just going to intelligently fall back here. Play time. He's heard him.
10
Head's hurt.
seconds left.
He thinks he's long. The plant's coming in here, but Frosty's just right there to stop him.
Denied.
We find ourselves in a very similar situation to last game, where Socks Up have done something and RADX is trying to adapt. We'll see where the adaptation comes in now. Socks Up has to take this bonus round. I think they might. No, they're not. They seem to be forcing into this bonus rather. Which I do agree with, being the team that's ahead. Making some risks. Taking these plays. They're a map up, they feel confident. No, they're gonna go back to the bonus now. They've heard me speak about taking risks, and Revolver decided he doesn't like risks. So
very true.
Again with a heavy B lean, they felt some success here last time, so they're gonna come back to it. Obviously this util from this breach is gonna be impressive in stopping anyone. Look at this dump. But now they know there's a lack of weaponry on the Socks Up side, and they might try to exploit this.
Ooh, Cynics with the shot through the smoke on Sakai.
Cynics is finding everything. Low HP though. He's down to 1 smoke as well. So whatever smoke gets used here, they hear the teleport coming in.
Gun here.
They're gonna go for the gun first, but they're still already 2 on A side. They don't have a stage, remember, so they don't have that security of knowing there's a wall on.
Ooh, the Raisinade. Doesn't
They're
damage
being
done
halted at the door. He can't have come up A main either because of the chamber trip. So they're just stuck. They're gonna have to rotate again. But we're trying to go for a weird fate line up
30
here.
seconds left.
They seem to be defaulting back into this A main take. They've got KO ults to try get them onto site. The collateral deagle shot by Robobo saving them this round. This round has been a series of deagle shots finding people through smokes, collaterals, and now Socks Up sits 4 versus 1.
I just get 1, 2.
But that's all she wrote. And Socks Up walk into this 3-0 off their bonus.
Yeah, they came out with weapons, and I don't know if it was smart for. I don't know if it was smart for Shadow to. Yeah, he got the 2 kills, but I don't know if it was smart for him because now he's lost a Vandal that could have potentially helped them win this 4th round. I'm not too sure. Maybe I
feel like it's better to reset with your team in this situation, play together, try find it like as a team. They're going to lean heavy A here. They're going to walk right into Frosty in his domain. He plays this angle constantly. And now he's found another pick off of it. They've still got the chamber trap to deal with walking up here.
Toxins going up.
It is going to find them. Robobo is on an Odin yet again, trying to find this clown. They walk through the teleporter, and they walk right past Cynics.
He's going for the knife.
The nade gets him, and they find the last. Yeti with a 3k on the round. These pivotal rounds are getting taken away from them. It's going to become a mental hit. It's pretty hard to keep.
Indeed.
They've found some really good kills, and this KO has been playing phenomenally, I must say.
Yeah.
But I would have liked
definitely doing.
I would have liked a Sky or a Fade.
I
don't know if he's a KO one trick.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think now when they versed EA what Marky was playing. I want to say it was a KO too. I'm not 100% sure. I would have to go relook at the VOD, but maybe he is a KO one trick.
Frosty back up onto his spot here. They're defaulting a bit, which is a correct move here in this situation. They need to find out what space Socks Up is taking away from them. And the interesting thing all game we've seen is they've just taken a little bit of showers. They haven't really poked much. They've honestly been killing on the rotation, except for now where Yeti's going for this aggressive play and finding nothing here. But Cynic's getting a free kill. They have Spike on the other side. They're finding all the picks on the other side. Two-Face came through Teleporter, and now Yeti's looking for the last. Gets traded by Shadow finally. But that's the end of it. They just got boxed in on their default, which is not something they ran from the ult, but then didn't take space on the other side of the map, right? They're getting boxed in and just squashed. I said this is defense dominant map, but SockSup are making it even more dominant here with the way they play. Very solid fundamentals in taking space and denying the info, and it's really easy when they don't have a way to gather info besides the KO knife, which is pretty inaccurate.
If you were RADX's IGL right now, what would you suggest to them? They 5-0 down. I feel like they're feeling a little clueless right now against this great SockSup hold on defense.
Listen, you're a new team, right? You're a brand new team to this compared to this. Oh, instantly with this B take, they've got all the utility down, but there's a breach sitting here with ulti out. Oh my gosh. Wow.
She manages to get him with the frenzy.
Spike down B.
Open up the sky.
We're seeing Cynics just clean up here. They don't know he's back side quite yet. They find him. If I was their IGL, what I would say at this moment is you're a very new team to the league. You're very new. Obviously, you've got some experienced players, but as a unit, you're quite new, right? So you take attack timeout is actually for starters. You take this time rather than caring about absolutely trying to win this game. You try new things. You learn from this game more than anything. You work towards finding ways to beat things that are really beating you. You look for these picks that are happening, and you play towards denying them. You play towards finding space. All of these things could lead in you winning rounds, but right now, SockSup will adapt to this, and with the 6-0 lead, you're running the game away already. If you look at like a 9-3, that's a curse round, but if you get to that 10-2 situation, it is almost impossible that you come back from this, especially the way SockSup are firing on all cylinders.
Very, very true. And now, if you were Robobo, what would you be telling SockSup? Would you just say, keep doing what you're doing? Yeah. Just keep doing what you're doing.
I'll be asking each person what time load shedding is and what time left Rob will, in this situation, Rob will actually say, keep it serious. He won't want you to mess around. He'd want to be all business. It's really good practice in your fundamentals, which is what we're seeing them doing. They're not going for wild plays. It may look wild, but these are calculated risks that they always have done in order to gain map space and pressure. So you'll see a lot of, you'll always see two people making a play together. So you saw that Razor go down too long, and then you saw the TP come out from the breach, as well as the fade util. Now we're seeing this heavy push by SockSup. They're taking the space, completely boxing them out of this default. They know they'll return to a default.
Right here.
They've left A right open. RADX
They have.
Just push onto sites.
But they still have chamber util sitting on A.
That's very true. That's very true.
So they know no one's walked up A main yet, and they're trying to find these picks. It hasn't worked out this round. They've been boxing themselves by doing this. But it is a practice play. It is good to learn what part of these work. As Robobo gets traded, RADX has traded phenomenally in this, right? They've worked together, they've boxed back in, and they traded out the kills that need to be traded out. Now, I want to see if this works because Two-Face is still sitting there spawn. He'll figure out which side they're going to. The timing on that was just horrendous, watching the Brimstone walk behind him.
One enemy remaining.
And that should be a free B side. Seeing the chamber TP like that wasn't something I was expecting.
Yeah,
but
no.
Two-Face is right on this flank.
At all.
Two-Face is gonna get...
Oh!
Whoa! Two-Face with the 180 flick. Looking for the man under him. Is he gonna find him backside? Knows he's one's backside. The peeking here is just interesting from RADX. They're not showing any fear here. This is really good by them. Now we're gonna see Two-Face with the jump out and executed by the KO. Really good by them. The way they responded to that play and boxed them back in showed that they weren't afraid to fight SockSup, which is another important thing to realize. Even if they're a new team, don't be afraid to fight these guys. We're all on 180 ping here. We're all gonna take loose fights.
Yeah.
There's not as much precision as there is on low ping, so a lot of the more fights are pointless. So you can fight these. You can fight anyone. Don't be scared. So now with this one round, I feel like we're going to see a bit more lock-in, a bit more standard from Socks Up. We're going to see the baseline come out. Shower control is going to be heavy. They're walking Yeti into this corner with Frosty watching. Ooh. And that's just a wipeout. Shower's control completely taken away. Spike found. And now it's a 2 versus 5. Where Frosty's only lost 50 health, 70 health. But they have full control of this.
Oh, they're
both running gun from Frosty. And that's it. 7-1.
That was the Frosty and Yeti round. Wow.
They're brilliant. That way of taking Shower's control with the AWP and then the close walk, it works more than you'd think. Now I think they're gonna lean more towards B. Yeah, of course, because you've seen this A aggression come out. They've been stumped. We might see a fast B try. Oh wow, Socks Up already prepared on this. Look at the stack towards B. We're just seeing the chamber and his util over on A. But a more passive default coming out of RADX. You're seeing this raise all the way up mid. Traded already. Attempted plays are being tried. Socks Up are finding everything. Two-Face keeps on running and gunning, and that's the way he is. Ult wasted, interestingly enough, by RADX, and now they're getting boxed in.
One enemy remaining.
The right click working out just fine this time. But now we've got this Viper all alone on the Marshall. Down to 30 HP. Just remember, one headshot from this Marshall kills a player, so he's not out of it yet.
202 damage, 1 headshot. Still very winnable for him, even with the 30 HP.
I don't think he should... I would have taken the AWP here personally to try to get more
me too.
kills. He's heard Carl. He's heard Frosty here in this play. I'm so used to Carl being on this chamber. Oh wow. They're just letting them fight. Now it's in a 1 versus 1. Completely doable. 24 seconds on the clock. Two-Face coming out with the headshot. 3k on the round. Taking it to 8-1. We're getting into dangerous territory.
Yeah,
use attack timeout.
Win a few more rounds just to at least 9-3. If it goes 10-2, like you said, it's
painful.
Yeah.
They're even letting Yeti did buy an open and he put it back. But nah, we're still seeing Robobo on this Odin. So hard to take A against it. We might see a double push come out here.
Right there.
Onto B side. They've been playing the super aggressive. They're honestly trying to take map space away. And it has been working. It's been more coin flippy than it should have been, so Cynic's instantly killed. That takes a lot of ability away from them. Rotate's coming out to B. While RADX is leaning close towards B. It's gonna be a hard fought round. RADX is moving back towards A site now. They've made a step, so Frosty knows. They want to get this killjoy in position for ult. But they get 2 kills right on that. Can Frosty find more? He finds 2 from the same position. And now Robobo is alone on A side. Two-Face coming in with a rotate. Using the Prowler to try find some info, but these RADX players are sitting so far back. Are they going to try to save this round? Do you work into a save here, or do you... What would you... Would you work into a save here?
I would. They know they're up against a Vandal, a Phantom, and an Odin. They've heard the Odin already. They know it's confirmed. For me, if they die, the economy is very weak and they won't be able to get the next couple rounds. So
as another kill comes in through the Odin. Oh, she wolf with the kill here.
Gone.
10 seconds left.
No real time. Two-Face coming in with the kill there. It is very much dangerous territory. We've honestly gone past it at this point. Socks Up with 3 ults up, 3 people sitting with 10 or more kills, 1 with 9, got some assists. RADX is struggling to make these work. They need to use these ultis. They've got this Killjoy ulti on the board, honestly for 2 rounds now. They've had this Brimstone ultimate for I don't know how long at this point. They have KO ultimate and Viper ult. They've used one Viper ult and it didn't go so well, so I don't know if they're thinking that they don't think these ults will be game changers for them, but that's what ults are for. If you're getting ultis, you need to pop them as a team. Socks Up has cycled their ultimates here so that as these go down, more are coming up.
Very, very true.
Look at this Raze ult, they're already coming in. Completely missing the satchel. Raze gets out for free there. Brim's breach ult is cycled through. But now it's a 3v3. Socks Up is not looking that... Never mind, I stand corrected. Socks Up is absolutely taking control of this round. Just a KO sitting on long with ult.
1v3. Frosty cleans it up.
Now we're sitting at 4 players with 10 or more kills. At the IGL, 8-5 with 9 assists. This Fade has done so much work with this info.
Does anyone have funds? Yes.
I think the info problem needs to be fixed. It's a composition flaw.
We spoke about it when they were busy selecting the agents. We said RADX just don't have the agents for info, and I feel like that's why they're struggling. They're sitting back too much because they just don't have the agents to let them know who's where and what's happening, and I feel like that was a big mistake, but it's from one game.
Brilliant pick by Frosty here. Cynic's sitting with the orb, and now he's completely dead here. Frosty with a brilliant 3k bringing out the orb losses and showers. Yeti's bot has already seen him. He's gonna prowl for it. Taken out, Viper damage. Makes it easy to kill the opponent, and now Two-Face is searching. They're all hunting. This is a whitewash of a half. One round on the board. This is an impossible comeback, but I've seen people do this.
I've done it before in a ranked game though.
Ranked games are quite different. Now we see this RADX defensive-minded composition against the Socks Up super fast attack. We're gonna see them either hold fast or get rolled over completely. I feel like this style of play from Socks Up is built to attack these rosters, and it's going to be quite difficult, even including the double sentinel, basically with the Viper playing a pseudo sentinel. They've got the utility to do it, but let's see if they can put it into practice. Cynic is first to walk up, only one smoke coming out from him. And the absolute confidence of this. Teleport coming through. Whoa, 3 people low, straight through that smoke. But Socks Up carries on moving through.
Down B.
And now it's a 2v3. Yeti finding it back, so it's a 2v2. 1 versus 2.
One enemy remaining.
1 versus 1. Brimstone's down long. He knew
they
he
both
was...
got very low HP.
Spike planted.
Yes, these 2 players were fighting each other earlier. Two-Face going for the jump spot. He has some utility left. Now he knows where the player is. Utility's coming out. I think they're both spotting each other's shoulders here. Two-Face coming in with the win now. It's 12-1. This is looking like it's over.
Match point.
As much as Socks Up's ascent is good, Find has been their playground, as I said. And you can see it with the way they play on this map. Super confident, flow off each other. They know how to play this map in and out, and it shows. They can do whatever they want and make it work. A lot of 1v1s, but if it was in a different situation, I'm sure they'd clean it up to be a bit more cohesive. But right now, they're playing to get they're gonna go 13. If they get this right, it's a 31.
And there's the
Brimstone's
first pick
down
on
to it.
She-Wolf.
And they got the slowdown utility. You see this raise going backside immediately. It gets traded, but now it's a 2 versus 4.
They know one's on the flank.
They do. Robobo's already looking for it because he heard the classic shot, so he assumes there
One
must be something
enemy
else.
remaining.
1 versus 4, this is looking like a 13-1. Robobo's baiting. I think he wants a knife kill. He pays for it. Frosty's in a spawn. I'm sure he's figured out that Judge is there and he doesn't really want to play with her. Two-Face flashing Frosty.
It was never personal.
Getting the last kill.
Attackers
Earning
win.
scores of 16, 4 and 4 from the breach.
Scraping bugs off my boots.
RADX, while looking like a good roster, has some time to go before they really get into the groove of it to take on top teams like this.